Hello, friends. Welcome to my place. Very good to have you here. Davidoff Adventure. Very nice bottle, though. It's simple, but yet somehow this one gets to me. That's why this is a little bit harder video for me to do because I really enjoy this one. It is very inexpensive. You could pick it up for around $20 or so. And yet I haven't figured out why I like it. I mean, I have this for a couple years already. And throughout the years, I'll be wearing them, not so often, but every time I wear it, I'll enjoy it. Or if I'm not wearing it, I'll see it sitting around thinking, I like that one. But if you really someone asks me, what is so good about it that you really enjoy it, I can't really tell you because the stuff in here, the ingredients or the genre is not really anything too unique. But it's just very appealing to me. I don't know if it's because it's the ad campaign was Ian McGregor, like the actor, or the bottle itself just feels very, very nice. Okay, I wouldn't say it's like super handsome or attractive, but it's just very appealing to me, and there's something simple about it that is good. The cap, is super objective, all right, as far as what we like and how it looks. But I just like it. I mean, the cap itself, it's, you can see it's not just a regular round. But anyway, the spray, I just sprayed it on. The spray works really well. You're talking about a $20 fragrance. For sure, it's very good for the price. Nothing harsh, nothing out of place. After the initial spray, I'm getting the orange. Okay, that's the one that's coming through a little bit strong, but yet it's not the super citrusy or popping type of fragrance. Orange is not really zesty. No, it's not that much. But then you could tell it's orange, but it's not too syrupy sweet. I'm just saying it's right in between in the balance. Okay, we're also gonna get some vetiver. Oh, okay, yeah, the vetiver showing there's some bergamot, lemon, citrusy notes. And some leaf, just a bit of a green tea leaf. You're gonna get pimento, sesame, vetiver, cedar, musk. Okay. Yeah, a lot of notes in here. Like the typical, this one has been out for a while. A lot of time I'm very hesitant to mention that because people have a connotation where it's been out for a while. It's probably dated or it's not good. But this is one of those that is good. It is only cheap because it's from Davidoff, and their discounted pricing are lower, very inexpensive, which is a good thing. But people sometimes have association that because it's inexpensive, that means the quality is not good. But that's not the case, especially for this one. I mean, usually Davidoff, I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it as much as the Calvin Klein line, which both are inexpensive, and I could count on them to have good quality. Because often for that pricing, you're looking at some throwaway cheapies that's not worth the while, but this one really does, and I really enjoy it. Like I said, I'm getting the strongest notes of the orange is staying around the whole time, and then the pepper, okay, it's giving some freshness, some little bit of spiciness, and the citrus is playing in there too. So that combination is really working well, and I like the name Adventure. I mean, it does. It's not really outrageous adventure type of thing. But it's something that I think I can imagine going on hiking on the trail by yourself. And then, just like the ad campaign, it does influence me when I saw Ian McGregor hiking on a trail by himself. It's just very, very appealing. Up in the mountain, yes, it does give me that vibe, that sensory. Okay, there's just a tad bit of greenness to it. And then the citrus playing right there. I really enjoy it though. And I mentioned that it's a little bit hard for me because I can't really pinpoint exactly why I say, I really enjoy it. This is not really anything too special about it, but it's one of those very pleasant scent. Okay. Now I got this one since the pandemic, so around the 2020s. It's been out for a while, so I don't know if they did any reformulation or anything like that. But this bottle is just very enjoyable. Every time I see it, I like it. I'm happy about it. So this is maybe a happy scent for me, even if I don't wear it too often. Now it's gonna be suitable for the in-between season or the summertime. So we're talking about summer, autumn, and spring. The high heat, it may be okay. Maybe okay, but for sure it's very versatile. You can wear to the office, to school, for meetings, or just hanging out with friends. There's nothing offensive about this. In fact, I think, it's very, very easygoing. So I think a lot of people will enjoy this one. Yeah, I'm smelling every time I spray. I want to keep smelling it, and yet, when I just think to myself or trying to dissect it, I can figure out what's so good about it. I just keep repeating that even to now, after a couple of years of wearing this. I just can't say, but there's a freshness to it. Okay, there's a freshness coming through that's enjoyable, a little bit stinging to my nose, just a bit. And the freshness, the zinginess goes to my chest sometimes. Even now, I'm smelling it up close. Yeah, the spiciness, the pepper spiciness, and the freshness in there with the pimento. This really good stuff. I'm not saying it's amazing, $100 fragrance, okay? But this is at least worth $40 or $45. Under 50, I think it's great value. But yet, you could pick this up for 20. Right. Now, this the other version. I think it's called Venture Amazonian. Man, I was thinking about getting that one, but that one costs like $70 some. Maybe it's because it's a little bit more rare. I don't know if it's worth it. I have to think about that, but because I like this one so much, and yeah, often I don't look up information before I buy it, because I do a lot of blind buy just because I'm silly. I like to be surprised. But if I'm talking about $20 with this one versus the Amazonian for $75, that's a bit hard for me to pull the trigger. Man, I could buy 3 bottles of this, 3.5 bottles of this versus one. Yeah, I have to think about it. But that's a different story. So coming back to this, yeah, through the life, I'm getting the few notes I'm talking about. It doesn't really transition all that much. The citrusy up top is going to stick around, and then the spicy pepper is going to be there. So it's not really super linear, but I would say, those main notes are there. It's going to be the orange, the vetiver, the citrus, just a bit of the woodsy notes, and the pepper. The pepper is prominent to give it the spiciness, and then that's the main thing I'm getting. Maybe some musk in the background, okay? But when I'm talking about the orange, I'm not talking about those two a lot of the fresh scents, like the Mediterranean scents or the Acqua di Parma line. Some of them would have the orange notes. It's not that zesty, okay? This is more tame, because of the other notes, kind of pulling it back a little bit. So it's not that super citrusy, okay? Just keep that in mind, even though it's a main note on here. The longevity is half a day, no problem. This is leaning more manly, more masculine, okay? But often, especially for the classics, I would always compare, as far as masculine or feminine, I always think about like polo green, right? Polo green is very, very manly. That's like the extreme to one side, to the manliness. So comparing to that as a meter, I use that as a meter, this Adventure, it's just a bit leaning on the masculine side. And it's too masculine to be unisex. Now the drag down, I'm getting to the drag down. The musk is coming out more, and I like it. I mean, musk it works well sometimes for me and sometimes so. But in this case, I'm getting the fresh cedar with the musk, with the vetiver, and the orange is still there with some pepper. It's very pleasant. I think maybe that's one of the things that throughout the whole life from the beginning, and then to the dry down, there's something appealing for me in those whole stages, in all the stages. Maybe that's one reason why I really appreciate it. So whenever I think about this one, my imagery is something pleasant, something nice, something relaxing. Okay, I would love to wear this all day. Just going out and hanging out and be able to smell this in the whiffs from the wind, or just putting my nose to the skin. Either way, it's very, very enjoyable. So this is one of those, I guess I'll call it a happy scent. Okay, even though it's not really, vibrant or zesty type of happiness, but it's just something a little bit more, I was gonna say calming, and yet there's a spice to give it a little just a bit of liveliness. So it's not really too peaceful. I guess it's called adventurous. Okay, adventure. There's a reason for that. So what else? Like I said, this is a mass appealing. Even if you don't get compliment with this is not one of those either, unboxing or super sweets or, tangbing or those sweet type of scents to attract people. But yet, there's a quiet elegance to this one, and yet it's adventurous. So I think the spokesman of Ian McGregor, the imagery that I have of him does fit this one very well, where you could tell he's a nice guy, and yet there's a little bit of a wildness to him. There's a little bit of a fiery in him. So that is a quiet, calm type of a man, and yet there's fire in him. So I think that's the image I have. Hey, whatever you have, whatever association you make, as long as you enjoy, you're happy, that's great. That's what I get. All right. If anything else, I think that's part about it. Very enjoyable. I'll give this one 8.5 out of 10. I mean, I will give it a lot more, but because it's, like I said, it's not super unique, so it's kind of hard for me to justify giving higher grade. But the scent itself is just really enjoyable, and it's been tested for me by this last couple of years. Sometimes the scent will smell really good in the beginning, and then you kind of get worn out by when you think about it, you get worn out. You're not happy with it anymore. But this one stayed true throughout these couple of years. That every time I wear it, I enjoy it. Maybe because I don't wear it so often. Well, who knows? But at least I enjoy it. I'm glad I picked it up. All right, really, really like it. All right, thumbs up, subscribe. As always, see you next time.